Hey, Ryan. Hi, this is Sarah Palin.
Ryan, Donald Trump Jr.
Harsh to win, see you. Hey, everybody, I want y'all to check out a fellow Marines podcast.
My name is Ted Nugent, and I got a call from my buddy Ryan F. Samuels, and he wants me to tell you that he's a working hard, playing all-American son of a who is celebrating God, family, country.
Welcome to the Ryan Samuels Show, one of the top political podcasts in the United States, where we have a healthy distrust for government and mainstream media. The Ryan Samuels Show is a raw, unfiltered look at American politics. Follow on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Rumble, and all podcast platforms. Here is your host, Ryan Samuels.
Good evening, America. Welcome back to the Ryan Samuels Show. Last Saturday afternoon in Twin Falls, Idaho, a brand new In-N-Out burger turned into a killing field in seconds. A 24-year-old named Chad Williams walked up with a long gun and opened fire. 3 people are dead. 7 more are wounded. One of the dead was an In-N-Out employee who had come from California just to help open the store. But this is not just another mass shooting story the media will use to push their agenda. This is the story of what happens when good guys with guns refuse to be victims. An off-duty Idaho state trooper and a regular civilian named Jordan Salinas, a man out for lunch with his girlfriend, both drew their firearms and returned fire. Their actions forced the killer away from the restaurant and almost certainly saved more lives. Just moments later, the gunman ended his own life. That is the part the news barely mentions. 2 armed Americans stepped up and stopped the slaughter. Not a SWAT team, not the police arriving 5 minutes later. 2 citizens who were already there, already carrying firearms and already willing. This is one of the reasons the Second Amendment exists. This is why lawful conceal and carry matters. Every single day across the country, good guys with guns stop bad guys with guns. In parking lots, in stores, in churches, in their own homes. Most of the time, you never hear about it because it does not fit the media's narrative. The media only runs the stories when the good guys lose. When the good guys win, it's a quiet paragraph and then it just disappears. The left will already be screaming about, quote, too many guns. The truth is the opposite. The only thing that stopped this killer from murdering even more people was 2 men who had the tools and the courage to fight back. Tonight, we're going to walk through exactly what happened in Twin Falls, what we know about the shooter, and why a nation of armed, responsible citizens is still the strongest defense against evil. Do not forget, you can call into the show 561-786-2916. Don't go anywhere. We have a great show. We will be right back. with social media, we have come to a place where independent journalism is stopping the media from hiding these stories and hiding these narratives. Now, the mainstream media, we're not really seeing a massive amount of coverage on this. We are seeing it all over Twitter. We are seeing independent journalists like myself report what actually happened. Here is the local sheriff about the shooter. Now, there is video of the shooting. You're going to see some shooting, okay? You're not going to see anybody get hit, but you're going to see this guy fire a firearm. If you do not like that, if you do not want to see that, this is the time not to tune in, okay? This is the sad reality of the United States of America today. Our youth feel empowered to go out and just shoot people for no reason. You can blame it on anything you want. But at the end of the day, it takes a serious lack of morality to do this. We have seen a significant increase in shootings with an increase in SSRIs or antidepressants. Whether they're correlated or causation or just correlation, time will tell. But we cannot sit back and talk about how middle teenagers, 14, 15, who are going through puberty, who have massive hormonal changes that just have natural growing pains, are being given medication or encouraged to change their sex and given hormone therapy. These are realities. This is real situations that are happening in the United States of America. And with this altering of biology and altering of chemicals in people's minds, you sometimes get bad reactions. And it's a tragedy. When families do not go to church on a regular basis or don't have a strong religious grounding, you increase your probability for a lack of morals. Plenty of people don't go to church, or plenty of people who don't even believe in God that are still morally fine and just because they were raised in a Judeo-Christian society with Judeo-Christian values, and they understand morality. But there is something to be said about traditional Christian families or traditional religious families decreasing their prevalence in society and objective morality failing in the rest of society. Here is the sheriff talking about what happened.
At this time, we can confirm that the suspect, 24-year-old Chad Williams, is deceased from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. At this time, we can confirm that the suspect, 24-year-old Chad Williams, is deceased from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
So, we don't know really that too much at this point. We know maybe a little bit. We don't know a whole lot. We know that this kid went to an In-N-Out Burger grand opening and decided to open fire. Why did he choose an In-N-Out Burger? Did he just have emotional breakdown and he happened to be there? Did he hate In-N-Out Burger? Did they put pickles on his cheeseburger when they should not have? We do not know. Did they deny his application? We have no idea. But he decided to do this in the parking lot. What's unique about this is somebody intervenes almost immediately, right? So here is the video. We're going to watch a little bit more of the shooting video. This is Chad. He's shooting into the car. These people are here filming it. He's obviously not very well trained. He's not shooting at cars driving by. He was shooting into that car in the parking lot. These people are here filming it, praying that this guy doesn't see them. Obviously, they're not armed.
I don't have service. Do you have service?
They don't have service to call 911. But he's just running around arbitrarily shooting people. I mean, that's what active shooters do. That's what the cool kids do these days. Fortunately, for the Second Amendment, for the United States of America, an armed citizen jumped in, a very well-trained and well-prepared armed citizen jumped in and returned fire. Now, by returning fire, what he did was he pushed the suspect away and had him run away from the area where people were, and he retreated and then immediately shot himself. That's what we know. That's what we know. And now this hero's name is Jordan Salinas. And thank goodness he was there. Thank goodness he was carrying a weapon. Thank goodness he trained with it and that he returned fire.
I peeked around.
Thank goodness for all of these things. For all of them. Here is the video. He's here. Now, originally, he's got like a safari hat on. He's got denim shorts on. He's got a silencer on his weapon. Now, when I first saw this, I thought that this was the active shooter, and I said, an active shooter with a silencer, anything with a class 3 weapon system is rarely, if not, I don't think it's a machine gun or a silence suppressed weapon has ever been used in an active shooter or crime ever. I don't think. I could be wrong. If it has, it's less than 1%. So when I saw this, I was immediately concerned, and I said, a silencer? A suppressor, which isn't concerning. It really doesn't do anything. But this is an armed citizen. When I found out it was an armed citizen, then I found out it was a suppressed weapon system. I said, oh, this guy knows exactly how to handle this situation. And watch. He gets a little fire return and then immediately gets concealment. Does not get cover because there's none. But he gets concealment. So that is the good guy with a gun engaging this kid with a rifle, which pushed him away from the scene and away from people. And he basically just chased this guy out of the area by engaging him. It's awesome. I don't think he hit him. Okay, but that's okay because it worked out for everybody. But it turns out this guy, Jordan Salinas, is just like a certified weapons instructor, freaking badass. Here's a video of him training. A little quick draw training. Making videos. Now, he did do an interview, which we're going to go over, which is I'm a little confused about, because the first thing that you do if you're a concealed weapons permit holder and you get involved in shooting, the first thing you do is you shut your mouth, you call a lawyer, nobody's on your side, everybody's looking to harm you. Okay? That's the first thing that you do. You shut your mouth. You get a lawyer. You don't talk to anybody. You don't talk to anybody. But he did an interview. Here's a clip of the interview that he did. Let's watch this.
I peeked around the right-hand side of that sign closest to the road, and that's where I saw the individual with his rifle pointed at the vehicles.
Authorities believe those heroic actions drove the shooter from the scene and likely saved lives.
He seemed unusually comfortable aiming that rifle at those cars, and then as soon as some rounds started coming at him, everything changed. Immediately, all that, All that bravado he had immediately crumbled.
This In-N-Out had opened just a week prior. The company says one of their workers was killed while caring for customers. Christopher Claunch was also killed.
I peeked around the right-hand side of that sign closest to the road, and that's where I saw the individual with his rifle pointed at the vehicles.
Authorities believe those heroic actions.
Yeah. Great job. Great job. Here's some more. Here's a mashup of Jordan Salinas. This is something he put on Twitter or X. The last 24 hours have been overwhelming. I want to sincerely thank my family, my friends, and everyone who has reached out with messages, prayers, and support. I've been able to respond to. I haven't been able to respond to everyone yet, but please know that I've seen your messages, and they mean more than I can put into words. In the coming days, I'll share a more complete account of what happened to the best of my recollection when I'm able. For now, my heart remains with the victims, their families, and everyone affected by yesterday's tragedy. Thank you for continuing to keep them in your thoughts and prayers, and thank you for your incredible support you've shown me and my family. This is clips of him. Top right one we saw, this is him engaging the suspect. This is why you have weapons. This is why you train. You'll spend your whole... I know police officers that will spend 30 years in the sheriff's office, in the police department, in the worst area, in the ghetto, the highest crime rates, and they will never fire their weapon once. You'll draw your weapon. You're guaranteed to draw your weapon, but you'll never fire it. That's going for most officers. All right, here's another clip of the shooting.
Still shooting. Oh, dude, they fucking shooting up. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
What the?
These are a bunch of idiots in a car that are around there.
But, dude, that nigga got an AK.
Oh, hell yeah, he does. Look at this fucking wacky motherfucker. He got fucking serious fucking gun. Oh, now he's getting a motherfucking... Oh.
He's grabbing another gun.
Oh, yeah,
he's grabbing something bigger.
We're getting the fuck out of here.
You better get out of here. Hey! Stop shooting! Stop shooting, bitch!
Dude with a rifle shooting up the place, number one, all you can care about is making your video. Making videos are important, don't get me wrong. However, maybe notifying the authorities would be great before you make your TikTok. And not yelling at the suspect to say, hey, stop shooting. Hey, over here. Look at me. Stop shooting. Stupid. Dumb. Foolish. Here's another clip.
What is happening? What's happening? People are running from In-N-Out. Call the police?
What's happening? What's happening?
What happened?
What's happening?
Shoot. Shoot. Go. Just go. Go. Somebody got shot?
There's a shooter at In-N-Out.
Oh my gosh. What is happening? Oh my gosh. Everybody's running. What the hell? Oh my gosh. Everybody's crying. What is happening? What is happening? What's happening?
That's a normal reaction. But if you ever wanted to know what peak performance looks like, this is it right here. This is what peak performance looks like. This is the American with George Sorin, a denim vest, a cowboy hat. Looks like a balaclava, and a suppressed pistol. This is what peak performance looks like. 100%. This is America. That's America. Here is Fox News reporting on the situation.
Heroes. After their split-second decision of confronting a mass shooter in Twin Falls, that's in the southeastern part of Idaho, the shooting happened right by a newly opened In-N-Out fast food restaurant located in a busy shopping plaza. Police revealing more about the suspect.
At this time, we can confirm that the suspect, 24-year-old Chad Williams, is deceased from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. At this time, we are still working to determine the full set of circumstances in this incident, including the suspect's actions and possible motivations.
All right, Max Gordon reports live in L.A. with more on this today. Max, good morning.
Hey, Bill. 3 people are dead and 7 others were injured after this shooting. As the police chief said there, we still don't know why the shooter decided to attack. That's still under investigation. But what we do know is that 2 people tried to stop the shooting as it happened, an off-duty state trooper and a civilian. You can see footage here that appears to show one of them shooting back at the shooter. The civilian, identified by local media as 35-year-old Jordan Salinas. Here's Twin Falls Police Chief describing their heroic actions that likely saved lives.
We can confirm that there was an off-duty state trooper and a citizen who actively engaged the suspect by returning gunfire towards him. We believe their actions helped drive the suspect away from the scene, preventing further casualties.
According to reporting from the Idaho Statesman, Salinas instinctively ran toward the gunfire, drawing a semi-automatic pistol and fired on the mass shooter. The incident happened around 2:30 p.m. Saturday at a busy shopping plaza in Twin Falls. In-N-Out's president, Lindsay Snyder, says customers and an employee were among the victims, though the names of victims are not being released by law enforcement at this time. Video shows the suspect dressed in black, carrying a long rifle. Law enforcement described a chaotic scene as customers and employees at the In-N-Out ran from the restaurant as gunshots rang out. Here's what one man who was there described.
Once on the roundabout, you heard everybody running, screaming, shooter, active shooter, and we had to stop because I didn't want to run over all the employees. And then when they heard some shots, boom, boom, boom.
In a post on Facebook, In-N-Out's president, Lindsay Snyder, said her heart is broken and that she and the company will be mourning the families impacted and praying for them. Bill?
All right. Okay, Max Gordon, our best to all of them in Idaho. Thank you, Max.
Thank you.
Good guy with a gun strikes again. The media does not get to shoot it down. Because independent media has taken it up and isn't letting them. It's trending on Twitter. It's trending on Twitter. Here's the suspect. They were trying to identify him that day. He's been identified. This is him. This is AI generated. Why do they always look like weak little girls? Here is more of the clip from the interview with the Good Samaritan.
You had said he didn't like the bullets going both ways.
No, he seemed unusually comfortable aiming that rifle at those cars. And then as soon as some rounds started coming at him, everything changed.
After the weekend's deadly shooting in Idaho, a gunman opening fire outside an In-N-Out restaurant.
Report of multiple people down.
This morning, we're hearing from the man who fired back.
It was like a switch, like, okay, green light.
He said it's real now.
Yeah, like this is real, it's happening.
35-year-old Jordan Salinas tells me he and his girlfriend Emily had just pulled into the parking lot when the shooting began.
As soon as we pulled in, just a sea of people just flooding out of the building.
Yeah, we didn't know what was going on. We both thought it might have been a kitchen fire.
What's happening?
What happened?
What's happening?
Shoot.
As hundreds ran for their lives through that crowded shopping center,
Everybody's running.
Jordan drew his semi-automatic pistol and went toward the danger, seen on video repeatedly firing at the shooter.
You were actively taking cover behind the In-N-Out sign.
The biggest thing was just that he didn't know where I was when those first shots broke at him. I mean,
because of the suppressor, I'm certain.
He he had no idea.
You had said he didn't like the bullets going both ways.
No, he seemed unusually comfortable aiming that rifle at those cars. And then as soon as some rounds started coming at him, everything changed.
Authorities say an off-duty state trooper also took aim at the suspect, and the pair's heroic actions bought valuable time for people to flee. They say the shooter, identified as 24-year-old Chad Williams, died at the scene from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
We believe their actions helped drive the suspect away from the scene, preventing further casualties.
The motive for the shooting is still unclear. 7 people were injured, 3 more were killed. Among them, Christopher Claunch. His sister telling the New York Times he'd lived in Idaho for 30 years and loved traveling, cooking, and the outdoors. And 23-year-old Ashley Garibai, who worked at the restaurant. Her family saying she was adventurous, outgoing, smart, and driven. The community in Twin Falls is devastated by the loss, but they're praising Jordan for helping save so many.
The investigators say that you probably saved a lot of lives.
My goal was to try to help as many people get home as possible, you know, to be with their families, to be with their friends. That was the entire goal.
People are fed up with this nonsense. People are fed up with active shooters, and people are starting to. We're seeing it. We're seeing not too long ago, a student walked in with a gun in a school, and the like 78-year-old principal like immediately tackled him. Like, people are fed up, and it's going to be very hard. It's going to get people, as we learn and adjust and adapt as a society, it's going to be challenging for these shooters to do what they've been doing. You know, the days of Columbine are over. Hey, Michelle, this was in Idaho. At the grand opening of an In-N-Out burger. Thanks for being here. That's where it was. Just reading her comment. But people are fed up with this, man. And I'm telling, I say this all of the time. You have the Second Amendment right for a reason, right? The primary reason for that is to protect against foreign enemies and domestic. For foreign invasion, internal domestic enemies, which would be an active shooter. That's why you have it. Now, I'm not telling you to just get a gun, go out, and carry it. You need to learn how to use it. You need to train with it. It is very specific. It is very intricate. It takes years and years and thousands of rounds of ammunition for you to be proficient with it. You have to learn certain things. If there is an active shooter and he's standing there with a rifle, like, yeah, you want to get him to stop and drop the weapon. And if he doesn't, you need to shoot him, but you need to know who's standing behind him. Is there a family standing behind him? Do you need to shift to the right, shift to the left, and get a clear line of fire before you engage? Because carrying a firearm comes with a grandiose responsibility and liability. Here is another news clip. Let's check this out.
Good evening. We begin tonight with breaking news out of Idaho, with police telling NBC News there are fatalities in a shooting incident outside an In-N-Out burger restaurant. It happened in the town of Twin Falls, Idaho, about 2 hours away from Boise. Dramatic new video appearing to show a man holding an assault-type weapon near a car outside the building. This incident occurring just moments before we came on the air. Our Valerie Castro is digging into this story for us. Valerie, what's the latest?
Jose, tonight, the spokesperson for the Twin Falls Police Department tells NBC News 3 people are dead and at least 2 others are injured. He also tells us there is currently no search for a suspect, but it is unclear if a suspect is among the dead. This all took place in the area of an In-N-Out restaurant, which announced it will remain closed for the rest of the day. Police issued public safety announcements shortly after this all happened, asking people to stay away from the area. Videos posted to social media show people running through parking lots and screaming. Other video appears to show a man with a firearm. We also have heard audio from emergency dispatchers saying that they are being inundated with 911 calls and hearing, quote, reports of multiple people down. Again, tonight, police confirming at least 3 people are dead and at least 2 are injured. Jose?
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay...
Good guy with a gun. Saves the freaking day. Here's another video. This one is from a motorcycle. I don't think there's any sound to it. Let's get it over here so you can see it. Just police walking in. This is probably, police don't seem to be running. They seem to be there, but it appears the suspect is down, which is why nobody's really, or maybe these guys are just setting up a perimeter. They all have their ARs. That's the whole thing, man. Your pistol is not your rifle. Your pistol is not your main firearm. Your rifle is your main firearm. Your main goal is to get to your rifle, especially as a police officer. You have a pistol just in case, but man, you need to get to your rifle. Same thing in the military. The whole name of the game was your pistol is not your primary weapon system. Your rifle is. So if I'm out and I'm concealed carrying and I get in a situation, and my goal is to get to my rifle, which is in my car. I'm getting to my rifle. And then I will assault with surprise, speed, and violence of action. And hopefully come out alive. Lots of videos. People are starting to document this stuff. People are infuriated. What is this? Active shooter incident at the In-N-Out Burger in Twin Falls, Idaho. Police are searching for, yep, we already found the suspect. Here's another side. Here's a side-by-side of the Good Samaritan engaging. He realizes he's being shot at.
Oh my God, what's happening?
Oh, they're marching.
They're fucking marching.
What's going on?
Oh my God, excuse my language.
Oh, yeah.
Guns are drawn.
Of course guns are drawn. People are so dumb. Like, so friggin' dumb. It's just, it's a good feeling to know that somebody was there with a firearm to stop this. I mean, active shooter situations are horrible. They are traumatic, and the only way to stop them is to bring a gun to the situation. Here is the police chief on an update the day of the shooting.
So my name is Matthew Hicks. I'm the chief of police for the Twin Falls Police Department. Today has been a very hard day here in Twin Falls, a tragic day. We initially responded to the scenes of shots fired at the In-N-Out restaurant here in Twin Falls. Officers from the Twin Falls Police Department, the Twin Falls County Sheriff's Office, the Idaho State Police, along with multiple other agencies responded to the area. It was a very chaotic scene. What I can tell you at this time is this, is that we've had a shooting at the In-N-Out location that has resulted in fatalities. I don't have the exact number confirmed. We're still trying to make notification of the next of kin. We're trying to work with St. Luke's and our coroner's office to ascertain the exact numbers of fatalities. We also have a number of people being treated for injuries at our local hospital here. We have literally hundreds of people that were in some way, shape, or form in the area of this restaurant at the time that are being interviewed right now. The resources for all of our agencies are completely on board. We are interviewing as many people as we can, but we're encouraging the public, if you have any information about this incident, whether you directly saw something, you have any information about it, to let us know. I can also reassure the community right now, we believe that the threat to the community is over. The suspected shooter in this incident is deceased. He was nearby on the scene there, and we are working, trying to ascertain his identity and the motivations behind that. We'll be able to figure that out in the next coming days. We're marshaling resources from across the state and literally from across the nation. State partners, federal partners, along with the FBI and the ATF have called to assist us for help. They have resources on the way here so that we can properly document the scene, interview all of the witnesses, and get to the bottom so that we can give everybody an answer about why this happened and the exact facts behind this today. You should also know that the men and women for your respective law enforcement agencies, your fire service, your ambulance, they have performed at their highest levels today. This is the most chaotic scene that many of them will ever have in their careers. They rose to their training, they rose to the level that our community expects, and you should be very proud of the women and men that work for all of your first responders here to try to ascertain this exceptionally chaotic scene on a Saturday afternoon here in Twin Falls at one of the busiest locations in all of southern Idaho. We're dedicated to try to get information out to you as accurately as possible. So that's all the information that we have for you at this time. But please know we have marshaling all of the resources for our respective agencies right now to get you the answers that we can, to document this properly, to get resources for everybody that's been affected by this. And in the aftermath for this, we'll get more information out to our community. We appreciate all of your interest in this. We'll be in touch with you very soon. Thank you, everybody.
Here, man, I'm just so grateful somebody was there to stop it, and I'm so grateful that Elon Musk bought Twitter so that they could not further suppress the story, which we've seen for just years. Just years. Hey, Chef Lady, welcome on. We got a raid from the Dumb Show coming in. Thank you guys for being here. Matthew Spear, the Dumb Show, has rated this stream. Hell yeah, that's what I like to see. Thanks for being here, guys. TV Green, welcome back. Bubba, hey, 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 hey. I love when they come in, man. If you guys haven't seen the Dumb Show, the Don't Unfriend Me show, make sure you check it out. I'm on there frequently. I need to text Matt about coming back on again. We've been talking about me coming on more regularly, and I definitely need to do that. But check it out. You can go to thedumbshow.com or just look them up on Facebook. I think he's at 420,000 followers now. I think he was on... Not Fox News, the other big, I can't think of it at the moment. But great show, great family, great people. I've been there, been to their home. They have a wonderful show. They're solid, awesome, wholesome, good American patriots that you should be watching. And the best thing I love about them is they're completely fair. You could not call them biased. They call a spade. Truth or not, Republicans are wrong. They will say it just like I do. Great people. Check it out. Watch the show. For sure. What is this? We have another Trump assassination thwarted. Unbelievable. Here is I just want to his posture is just perfect. It is just perfect. Like, you can tell this guy knows what he's doing. This is the most American thing you will ever see in your life. The most American thing you will ever see. Cowboy hat, silenced pistol, denim shorts, vest. America. This is what a British person thinks of when they think of an American. This is what the world thinks of. An American packing a gun, ready to fight. I love it. I think it's the greatest thing in the world. I think it's awesome. So thankful this person was there. So grateful he was there. Not only that he was there, but he engaged. Now remember, just because you have a concealed weapon does not mean you should necessarily engage an active shooter. Maybe you protect your family and you retreat. And that's what you do, whatever your heart tells you to do at the time, or whatever your skill level is. If you don't have a good skill level, my recommendation to you would not be to run into an active shooter situation with a pistol against an AR-15, which is a point-of-aim, point-of-impact weapon, and expect that you would come out alive, right? So sometimes the best thing to do is to get your family out, draw your weapon, get your family out of here, protect them around you. Don't let anybody near you and your family and just say, we're getting out of here. And you leave. Sometimes that's what a concealed weapons permit person does. Sometimes they just use it to get themselves out, even if they don't have a family. Sometimes they don't use it at all. Sometimes they go in and get hurt. That has happened too. Another thing you need to be cognizant of if you're a concealed weapons permit holder and you're going to engage an active shooter, number one, the police get a call and they just know that there's a person shooting at people in the In-N-Out Burger, right? The cops do not know you from Adam. They don't know you from the active shooter. So you need certain training and you need the capability to have your freaking head on a swivel, and you see a cop, you drop the weapon, you get down, you say, I'm a citizen, concealed carry, I'm a citizen, and do exactly what you're told to do, because they will just kill you. You also run the risk of a police officer pulling up with his rifle, and he is 100 yards away, and what he sees, you don't see him, you don't know where he is, you're engaging a shooter, this guy's 100 yards away, and the cop goes, oh yeah, there's a person shooting, civilian, pop, and you die. That's a possibility too. So you need to understand all of these risks before you take on the responsibility of carrying a firearm and what to do with it. But it is the second most important right. It is the only right that protects the rest of your rights ultimately. So we'll continue to follow this story. We will stay on top of it, and we'll see if they release anything else or anything more about the shooter. I'm not sure that they will. Sometimes these stories just get buried. But this guy, Jordan Salinas, we're going to make sure it does not get buried. I hope that Donald Trump awards him the Presidential Medal of Freedom for this. He should be completely rewarded, wholeheartedly rewarded. He should be celebrated. He should be invited to the White House. He should be everywhere. He's still trending. He's still #1 on Twitter because of his interview today. I don't know why he's doing an interview. I think that's a bad idea. I think you get a lawyer, you shut your mouth. You get a lawyer, you shut your mouth, and he should know that. I think he is just certainly more confident that the whole United States of America is behind him. If this was another administration, then he may not be doing that. But we're going to keep it light and short tonight. Thank you, dummies, for coming in to raid the show. Always love that when you guys come here. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe. Follow Ryan Samuels on Facebook, Twitter, X. My TikTok is blowing up. Enjoy it while you can, because I'm bound to get banned from there. I just got banned, I don't know, a few months ago. And now I'm back up to 4,000 followers or something. I mean, I don't know. It's like a friggin'... It's like it's bipolar on TikTok. I won't go live there because they're just going to ban me. For sure. It's coming. It's for sure coming. Follow Ryan F. Samuels. Go to Apple Podcasts. If you really want to support this show, years ago, I got dragged by these liberal lefties lunatics on Apple Podcasts. And they went to my Apple Podcast and they gave me like all 1-star ratings and dragged my like 4.7 down to a 3. I don't know where I'm at now, 3.8 or something. Leave a review if you like the show. Download the show. Visit ryanfsamuels.com. Sign up for the newsletter. It's free. You don't pay a dime. You just give me your email address. I will not send your information. If you get anything, it will be a new article that is published. That is all that you're going to receive. You're not going to get spam. You're not going to get anything like that. But if there's a coordinated effort to shut me down, shut the Don't Unfriend Me show down, shut all of our podcasting networks down, I can get in touch with you and let you know where to find us so that we can get you the true information. What if AOC gets elected? Laugh. It's a real possibility. And then the FBI starts going back to Twitter, back to Facebook, back to silencing us, back to Google, making sure we're not discoverable. What if that happens? How are you going to get the truth? You're not. So go and sign up, subscribe. It is free. RyanFSamuels.com. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you. God bless our troops. And God bless the United States of America. Good night.
Thanks for tuning in to the Ryan Samuels Show. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.